Some of you remember the book I told you about 4 or 5 years ago, Same Kind of Different as Me. It's a great story by Denver Moore and Ron Hall. It actually took place in Fort Worth. If you read the book, you know it was all about how Denver Moore was homeless. Ron Hall was $1 million art dealer. They met at a soup kitchen, become friends. They both have their worlds changed. And so they wrote a book, Same Kind of Different as Me. It focused on homelessness and who are these people and what is life like. And it was a bestseller. And it got really America talking about homelessness. Well, because many people were reading, there was a lady named Emily. Emily was living out in Seattle. And she wrote Denver and Ron a letter after she had read the book. Emily was a single mom. She had a son, Chris, who was 8 years old. She was a good lady of faith, good mom. She had read the book, and then she said to Chris, you know, the next time we see a hungry person, we see a homeless person, we're going to help them. We're going to feed them. Chris said, okay. It was about 2 weeks. They'd gone to the grocery store. They'd been buying their groceries. They were coming home, and as they pulled in the alleyway to come to their house, they saw two men digging in garbage cans for something to eat. And it was Chris who said, Mom, you remember? Let's give them the chicken dinners we just bought. And Emily said, okay. So they got out, they had these chicken dinners and all the fixings and went over and gave it to them. I mean, it was half a chicken, it was vegetables, potato, rolls, dessert. These guys were thrilled. They sat down right there and started to eat. And Emily and Chris started unloading the groceries out of the car into the house. But she said, I kept hearing a voice. I kept hearing a voice saying, do something more. She said, I felt like God was speaking to my soul. I don't know, I couldn't get rid of it. So I finally went over and I found $40, two $20 bills, and gave one to Chris, and I took one. We went back to the men, and we each gave them $20. And they were so grateful, and we went in the house, and we were done. She said, months went by. I'd forgotten all about that. When one night we're at home, and there's a knock on the door, and I look through the peephole, and there's this guy standing out there, and he's all nice and neat and clean cut. And he said, I would like to come talk to you. I'm one of the two men that you gave a chicken dinner to and $20, and I want to tell you how you helped change my life. When I got that $20, all I could think about was, I'm going to use this money to get drunk and forget. But God used that $20 to help me remember who I am, and that God still changes lives.